Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of our team building exercise. I'm recording this early in the morning, but I got plenty of sleep, so I'm feeling great. How are you all? It's good to hear. It really is. Right. There aren't any real notes to start with, so we're just going to jump right in with our 2d10 on our background step. We still need our team leader, unless we don't have a team leader, which is fine too, but that's something we're aiming for. We've got 3 and 6. So that's struggling, law enforcement, and then 3 plus 6 is 9, so that's performer. Well, we already have law enforcement. And performer, I don't think quite fits the vibe of this group. So I guess we're going to go with struggling. Struggling. Okay. We assign a D8 and a D6 and a D6 to 3 different qualities. So D8, D6, D6. We get banter, criminal underworld info, and a physical quality. So that's acrobatics, close combat, finesse, fitness, range combat, and stealth. Guess we can give him banter. We don't know much about this person, but we'll put him banter at a D6. This is kind of a tough one because we don't know anything about this guy just yet. Usually I figure that out on the power source selection. But whoever he is, he did not come from a good place. We'll give him a D6 in criminal underworld. And let's see here, a physical attribute. Stealth at a D10. Okay. Then we get a D8, a D8, and a D6 for our power source selection. Who is this guy? Alright, power source. Let's figure out who this guy is, yeah? We got doubles. We got 1, 1, and 3. So that's accident, genetic, training, and experimentation. Okay. This guy is really, really down on his luck if he got involved in an accident when he's already in trouble. Experimentation, it would make sense if he went to a clinic in order to get some money, medical testing. We could re-roll. I don't want to re-roll the I do not want to re-roll the background because that's too interesting. It made me want to know who this guy is. But we could re-roll our power source. But I like accident. Okay, so accident's our first one. So it's not too bad of a scroll. Assign. I put the dice away. It was a. Hang on. Technical difficulties. Let me go back because I put the dice away without making a note of which dice they were. And we're back. It was a D8, D6, and D6. Clearly, I didn't get as much sleep as I thought I did. In all seriousness, we get an athletic power, an elemental or energy power, an intellectual power, a material power, a psychic power, and a self-control power. I think this man knows about the dirty past of Officer Jones and is a friend of Officer Jones, but he keeps quiet about it too. He used to be an informant for Officer Jones because that's how he survived. Officer Jones would pay him and he'd use the money to get food and such. And then something happened and Officer Jones helped him. What is that accident? I like the idea that it was a slow maturation of his powers. The accident happened and then over time his powers came to light. But what exactly happened to this man? Well, I guess we pick our powers and then we go from there. Elemental or energy? Cold, cosmic, electrical, fire, infernal, nuclear, radiant, sonic, and weather. Nuclear, though. I like nuclear. He could just be a nuclear. Yeah, he was living in a tent by a lake, and some a nuclear power plant was using the lake for runoff for some of their sludge, and he got infected with something. So he slowly began to grow more and more of nuclear powers. I like the idea of putting his nuclear at a D6 or a D8. A D6 because it's like he's still maturing his powers. So what else we got? Self-control. Let's check that out. Absorption, density control, elasticity, intangibility, invisibility, part attachment, shape-shifting, size changing. Let's go with absorption. And a D6. And intellectual powers. We'll give him intuition at a D8. Right. We get 2 yellow abilities. We get area alteration, boost or hinder any number of targets, nearby targets using power. Use your max die. Inflict, attack using power, hinder the same target using your min die. Or reflexive burst. When you're attacked at close range for the first time in a scene, attack all close enemy targets by rolling your single power die. I think he is like, when you hit him, bits of the nuclear energy go all over the place. So he's got reflexive burst. With nuclear. And I'm thinking inflict. Oh, you know what? Reflexive burst with absorption? No. No, reflexive burst is nuclear. Attack using power. Into this turn. Okay, inflict with intuition. That makes sense. We get one of the following green abilities. Ambush awareness. If you haven't been yet acted in an active scene, you may defend against an attack by rolling your single power die. Change in circumstance. When you change personal zones, you may boost by rolling your single power die. Or immunity. You do not take damage from energy or elements. Let's give him immunity. I personally think that immunity is kind of a weak ability, but it makes sense thematically. And it's inherent. Nuclear. Roll a D12 and a D6 for archetype selection. Alright, we're here at the archetype selection, and I'm thinking his hero name is Sludge. Not sure what his not street name. Well, I guess street name is the proper word. His normal name is his birth name. And I'm thinking about how he interacts with Lupe, with Cassandra, because, well, she's a werewolf, so she's like a creature of nature, and this is like a man of pollution. So does she get along with them? I'm thinking they do get along, but it's like, I think you're corrupted, so I'm going to keep my distance, but I'll work with you, kind of a thing. Right. We are going to roll a d12 and a d6 for Archetype. We get doubles. We get 2 and 2. We get Shadow and Marksman. We're using our reroll. 2 and 11. Okay. So Shadow, Sorcerer, and Transporter. I said that he was corrupted. It could be that this nuclear stuff is somehow giving him magical powers? Maybe? That doesn't quite equate. But who knows what's in that toxic sludge? On the other hand, Shadow, because he doesn't have shapeshifting, so he doesn't turn into sludge. But maybe he's like trying to hide because he took some of the skills he had when because he has stealth from being from his struggling background. So yeah, let's give him Shadow because that's the one that makes the most sense, and we got that both times, so it's kind of a sign. Shadow. Assign one or more dice that you rolled at the end to the stealth quality. If you already have stealth, either skip it or swap it with the dice with one of your new dice. Now, do we want to increase our stealth from a D8 to a D12? No. You know what? No, we won't do that. Assign any of the remaining dice to the following powers. Intangibility, invisibility. I don't think so. Signature weaponry. Globs. Do we want to say his globs of nuclear flecking stuff off of him is his signature weapon? We also get an athletic power. Agility, speed, strength, and vitality. Tell you what. We'll give him signature weapon globs. Globs of radiation, I guess. And we'll put that at D12. And we get a physical quality. Any remaining dice go to a physical quality. So we'll put that at range combat. Range combat or finesse? I think he's clumsy. So we'll give him range combat. And a D6. Okay. This is going to be the worst stealther in the world, but it is what it is. Gain 2 green abilities, each using a power die or power or quality from the Shadows list. Okay. Sabotage. Attack using power or quality. Remove 1 physical bonus or penalty. Hinder target using a min die, or maneuver to a new location in your environment. I like Sabotage, so we're probably going to take Sabotage. Attack using power quality. Defend using a min die against all attacks until your next turn. Attack using power quality. Defend using... That's okay. I mean, it's a good power, but I don't know if it fits thematically. Untouchable. When you would be dealt damage, roll a D4 while in green, a D6 while in yellow, or a D8 while in red zone. Reduce damage you take by the value rolled. Attack another target with that roll. Okay. I like Sabotage and Untouchable. So, Sabotage. And that's a active ability. So we'll give that to Globs of Radiation. And Untouchable. And that doesn't require any particular power. Okay. Yellow ability. We get 1 yellow ability. Overcome from the darkness. Attack or overcome using power or quality. Boost yourself using a min die. Or smoke bombs. When you take damage, defend that against the damage by rolling your single power quality die. Let's give him overcome from the darkness. That's an active ability. And we'll give that in... in intuition. So, I think this guy actually does have, like, he's humanoid, obviously, but he, like, from a distance you would think he's a normal person, but when you get up close, they're actually, like, globs of nuclear radiation coming off of him. So he's almost slimy, if you'll, yeah, he's a bit slimy. Okay, we get an expertise principle. We roll 2d10 for our personality. So I'll meet you there at personalities. Alright, we're here with personality. Let's see what we get. We've got 3 and 7. So it's impulsive, stalwart, and alluring. Maybe he's impulsive, and that explains a little bit of why he's down on his luck. Because he's always going after what he thinks is the good idea, even though it's not always the best idea. So let's give him impulsive. Make up a quality based on your hero's backstory and assign a D8 to it. Okay, our role-playing quality. D8. I mean, we could give him something like, slowly getting worse. Okay, yeah, slowly getting worse. This is role-playing quality. We upgrade one of our power or qualities dice by 1 step. So we could say slowly getting worse is at a D10. Or maybe the nuclear? Because his globs of radiation is at a D12. So the nuclear has got to be a little bit worse. 6, 7, 8. Okay. We, for our status dice, we get a D6, D6, D8. D6. D6. D8. Okay? That's been bugging me. Okay. Our out ability. The hero who goes directly after you may take 1 damage to re-roll their dice pool. That's cool. Alright, time for the red step. You know it's my favorite. Okay, so we're here with our red abilities, and we're giving him Charged Up Blast. There's no question about it. Charged Up Blast. And that's an active ability. That's using his nuclear. Let's see here. We could also give it to him with hallmarks. That would be his globs of radiation instead. But I like nuclear fit better. What else we got? Boost hallmark powers. Boost ultimate weaponry. Boost using your power. So that'd be globs of radiation. Use your max die. The bonus is persistent and exclusive. Then attack using your mid die plus the bonus. Nah. We already have Charged Up Blast. What else we got? We've got Absorption, so that's self-control. And we got Intuition, so that's intellectual, I think? Yes. So, intellectual. Calculated dodge. You can take 1 irreducible damage to reroll the dice pool of a target who is attacking or hindering you. Give time is impressive, but I think we're... No, I don't think we do. Boost another hero using power. If the hero is already active from the turn, use your max die. And that hero loses health equal to your min die. The hero acts next in turn order. It's cool, but it doesn't fit. Allowable aptitude, no. Unerring strike. When attack using power, using max plus min dice. Ignore all penalties on this die. Ignore all defend actions. Cannot be affected by reactions. Nah, I don't think so. So that leaves self-control or the qualities. Scrolling down. Self-control. Change self. Start your turn. Swap 2 of your power dice. They stay swapped until changed again or the scene ends. That might make sense with how our powers kind of fluctuate. Like the nuclear energy changes within us. What else we got though? That's a maybe. Empowerment. Whenever you're dealt damage, roll a single power die to defend against the attack and boost yourself. Impenetrable defense. Defend using power with your max plus mid die against all attacks against you until your next turn. Major regeneration. That's exactly what it sounds like. Defensive deflection. When you be dealt damage, roll your single power die as a defend. Mutable form. Well, you know what? Mutable form. He is very well, I guess mutable. But he's not that mutable, I don't think. Powerful strike, resurrection, summoned allies, I don't think so. What do we got for qualities? We've got, let's see here. Criminal Underworlds, that's information. Select one target, boost using quality, using your max plus min die. That bonus must be used against that target on your next turn or else it is wasted. Discern weakness. Remove a bonus on a target, hinder the target using quality. Use your max die and the penalty is persistent and exclusive. Reliable aptitude. When taking any action using quality, you may reroll your min die before determining effects. And specialized info. Overcome using quality, use your max plus min dice. Okay, we're giving him specialized info. That's an active ability and it's with criminal underworld info. Okay. I think... Oh, no, we got our principles left. So I'll meet you down there with principles. So we're here at the expertise principle. We might use our retcon to choose out of here to get principle of nuclear power because we're coded in nuclear energy. But we'll see what we've got. Clockwork, Gearhead, History, Indestructible. I don't think so for any of those. The Lab, Mastery, Mentor. It seems like so far the expertise one is the one we're picking it out of. Powerless, Science, Speed, Stealth, Strength. We could give him Stealth. Tactician, Whispers. Whispers, the most overpowered of them all. But yeah, we could give him Stealth to actually give him the benefit for being Shadow. I'm thinking that's what we do. Okay, so then we go to responsibilities, which I think if we... That's the one that we will use our retcon step to pick out of, but we will go through them just to be sure. But we're probably going to do like principle of nuclear energy. Responsibility. We've got business, the debtor, the detective, the double agent, the everyman, family, the mask, the sidekick. I don't think so for any of those so far. The team, the underworld. No, he doesn't have contacts with underworld. The veteran and youth. Okay, so then we are doing principle of element or energy, which is going to be our nuclear. Here we are, principle of energy and element. Okay, I am going to type everything up, and then I will see you guys as soon as I'm done. We'll go over our character sheet. Alright, so we've got Sludge. We need to give him a proper name. How about Michael? Michael Sludge. A lot of his abilities need to be renamed because they don't quite fit. The abilities work, but the names don't quite fit the theme. But I think we're going to mass rename everyone on a later episode when we do the team overview. But for now, I think that's it for Sludge here. I just need to put in physical attributes and his health and blah blah blah. But yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Take care.